What if the challenges that you're facing right now, every setback, every heartbreak, every moment of confusion is actually part of some grand, deeper plan? What if your soul actually chose this path, not as a form of punishment, but as a way for it to reach its highest potential? In today's video, we're going to be looking into the concept of the soul's journey, what it is, why it's happening, and how understanding it can assist us in even our most difficult moments. Let's get into it. So what is the soul's journey? Many spiritual traditions, from Buddhism to Christianity to some ancient mystical practices, teach us that actually we're not human beings having a spiritual experience, but rather we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And the soul's journey is the process through which we evolve spiritually, lifetime after lifetime, learning lessons that assist us to align with our highest self. In Hinduism and Buddhism, the soul's journey is closely tied to the concept of karma and reincarnation, our soul returning lifetime after lifetime, growing and expanding through each life experience. In Christian mysticism, the soul's journey is about returning to God, about becoming whole through certain trials and through our faith. And even in certain ancient mystical practices, the soul's journey is all about our dance with the cosmos, with the earth, with all of the elements, with our ancestors. So the core idea here is exactly the same. Your soul is here to evolve. It's here to evolve beyond the physical senses, to remember who it is that you truly are. So when we come here, what tends to happen is that we become very much attuned to our own reality. We become, and sometimes can become, quite stuck and fixed in what we see, smell, taste, touch, etc., what we hear. Now, because of these sensory properties that we have and that we're able to kind of access and become immersed in our senses, that's how we become immersed in our thoughts. Even though your thought is not actually you, your thought is not the everlasting presence that you have within you. No, it's not. It's actually the object that you are focusing on. But because we become immersed through our senses, we can lose ourselves in those thoughts. It's the same thing that happens with your emotions. So part of the soul's journey is to continue to learn who it is that you are, to remember who it is that you are through each experience, to grow into who it is that you are, to expand beyond, so that you can realign with your actual true self, which is separate to what you see, what you hear, what you taste, what you touch, all of those senses. It's separate to the body, it's separate to the emotions, it's separate to the thoughts that you're having. It is the everlasting presence. It is that quiet space. That's what it is. That's where you find the mind of God. So why does it matter that we know this? Because once you understand that your life isn't random, you didn't just appear here on this rock out of nowhere. You chose to experience whatever lessons your soul needed to in order for it to evolve, expand, and grow. It can change how you perceive some of the challenges and some of the struggles that you may go through in your everyday life. Pain can become a teacher. Loss can become a portal to a deeper understanding. And confusion, being confused about your life, can actually become an invitation for you to trust in your life's journey. Spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle talks about the fact that suffering is often a catalyst for awakening. So when life strips away our ego and our ability or our sense of control, it actually creates an opening. It creates a space for us to reconnect, if we decide to, in that moment, with our true self, our true nature. So once you can shift your perspective to the point of looking at your life as a journey, as your soul's journey, expanding and growing through each lesson, you can shift from wondering, why is this happening to me, to asking the question, what is this actually trying to teach me? So here are a few ways that you can go about shifting your perspective. Embrace reflection. Journal, meditate, simple as that. You need to be able to quiet your mind, okay? You need to be able to quiet the thoughts that's happening in yourself. You need to be able to quiet your emotions and manage your nervous system. It's going to be extremely important. And to actually journal all the experiences that you're having, because this is what's going to kind of give you the through line. That's what you need. You need a through line. If you're not actually taking stock of what it is that you're going through and what patterns you may be repeating, you're not actually going to know what lesson you need to learn. So journal and meditate, because it's going to assist you to be able to do that. The next thing that you're going to want to do is trust in the process. Your soul has been coming to do this over and over again. Okay, not you as the person that you are actually now with your current personality. No, your soul has been and is part of the cosmos. It's part of the energetic field. It's part of the consciousness of all life. Your soul is going to know what it's doing. So it's about trusting your soul. And that's what leads us to releasing the resistance. We resist against these challenges. We resist against what our soul is actually trying to teach us, even though it is the teacher. We are the student, so to speak. So by us fighting against it, we're only creating more tension, more energy that's bound up inside of us, inside our emotional bodies. We have to release and keep accessing our heart space, accessing this particular space right here, this anahata, our heart chakra, opening our heart chakra to align all of the other chakras in order for us to keep ourselves in the best possible balance that we can, so that we don't need to resist, so that we can manage the discomfort that we feel. Because once we can learn to sit with it, we can learn to heal. Now, none of this is to invalidate any tough, difficult things that you may have gone through and experienced, or that you may be experiencing right now. None of this is to invalidate any of that. All of those things are completely valid. But do consider the fact that when you're going through some of your toughest moments, your soul can be evolving at the most rapid rate. Michael Singer, the author of The Untethered Soul, teaches us that the discomfort that you're feeling is your soul actually shedding old patterns and old processes, old beliefs. And that the pain is not that you're failing. The pain is not that, oh, I deserve to be punished. No, it's actually that you're growing and you're evolving. So during these times, as I said, meditation, opening up your chakras, balancing, managing your nervous system is going to be one of the best things that you're ever going to do in your entire life. It's our nervous system dysregulation that stops us from going for jobs that we want, stops us from going for different opportunities. It's our nervous systems that stops us from taking chances, that stops us from believing in love. It's our nervous systems that do that to us, because it keeps us operating sometimes in a place of pain, because our ego is so attached. So it's about learning how to release the ego identification as much as possible, managing the nervous system and understanding that your soul is journeying in order for it to evolve to its highest potential. So remember, my loves, this is about us evolving beyond fear into love. This is about us realigning ourselves with our true self. This is about us trusting the process of our lives and going through the experiences, whether they're perceived as positive or negative, in a way that we keep our heart chakras open and we keep the energy flowing. So for any of you that are suffering and going through super hard times, you are not lost. You are not being punished. Your soul is evolving, you are growing, you are journeying. If this video resonated with any of you, like, share, comment, subscribe. I would love to know what your soul's journey is teaching you, whether you've picked up on certain patterns that you keep going through, and how it is that you think you're going to go about breaking those patterns and becoming a cycle breaker in this lifetime. My name is Sabrina Nayantara. I am a holistic mindset coach. I wish you guys all a wonderful week.